So yeah, I've been playing a little bit of the Collection of Mana. I've beaten Final Fantasy Adventure, and I've done a small part of Secret of Mana. I thought if I wanted to play a game next after Crypt of the Necrodancer, this would be a good one. Final Fantasy Adventure in particular, I'm going to do something special with, though. Because the entire game is played in screens that you'd be familiar with if you played Legend of Zelda, where it's single screen panels. It doesn't, there's no smooth scrolling. I'm going to be taking screenshots as I play through and putting them onto a map. And I don't have very good photo editing software, so it's going to be in MS Paint. But Tree of Mana grows with the energy and will from each and everything of this world. It grows high above the clouds, in the air, on top of Mount Illusia. Legend tells that it gives eternal power to the one who touched it. Dark Lord was trying to find the way to the Tree of Mana to get the mighty power to conquer the world. Yeah, the translation needs work, but it is what it is. As for the names of characters, you get to name 2 of them. As for where the second name comes from here, my username Dragon Rider is because it's a pun, and also because I am a writer, and Emily is my main character, so it's not spelled that way obviously, but I only get 4 characters. I only get to use 4 letters. Now fight! Now, something really nice they added in the Collection of Mana is quick save and quick load. It's literally the exact same as doing save and load, except that it's faster. Save and load are just as generous as the quick save and quick load, but the quick save and quick load is quick. This is the only difference. The only other difference is that you only get 1 save slot, and you have 3 quick save slots, so... I did just recently play this game, so... Luke was a fighter of Empire Glaive, so I am kind of okay at the combat. Luke and friends were forced to fight every day, just for the entertainment of Dark Lord. Many fighters have fallen from their wounds. Willie! Luke, Mana is in danger now. We must let the Gemma Knights know about it. Gemma? See Bogard at the falls. He is a Gemma Knight. He should know what to do. Gemma? Mana? What are they? Willy? Willy! Willy passed away. Screenshot 1. Willy, I'll avenge you. So, one annoying thing is PCs that wander randomly and they can block things. I'm sorry about Willy. We have to get out of here. I want to go home and see my little brother. The entrance for the monsters leads to outside. Take your chance. So yeah, I'm going to be taking many pauses in order to take screenshots and shove them into Paint. So sorry about that, but in the end we will have a map. Now this game does have a map button. The map is not great. Every single screen transition is in the center of a screen. It's, or within a dungeon anyway. It's almost like they were afraid of something. It's almost like they were afraid of people running around corners. The corners are always blocked, by the way, so there's that too. So yeah, so when I'm pausing, it's because I'm trying to make, I'm trying to shove it into Paint. I'm also not very experienced with Paint, so this will get better as we go on. Now fight! Those explosions at the end of the fight can actually damage you. It's kind of really mean. It rarely happens, but when it does, it's really mean. because I have to spend so much time getting these screenshots, I'm actually going to end up I'm going to end up clearing out every single screen before I take these screenshots. So don't worry about that. I'll actually probably end up over-leveled because of doing that. I know exactly where I'm supposed to go here, but I also want to fill in the map a little, so... And if you see, the map, it only works in dungeons. It doesn't work outdoors. So that's why I'm doing this at all, because outdoors is where the map matters the most. But what it means is that I can stick a map of what we've explored as sort of like an end card or whatever. For a YouTube video. Dark Lord and Julius, what's going on? You say the mana tree is above the falls? Yes, sir. Tree is in a shrine up there. How do I get there? Up the falls? Miracles occur sometimes, Sir Dark Lord. How? A girl has the key to it. Good. Work hard on it. Yes, sir. What? Who is it? I won't let you leave here alive! The text scrolling speed could use some work too. So then we had 4 screens of that. I only had time to catch one of them, but they were all literally the same, so... Ouch! Where am I? Where is this? And now we have the world map theme. Be prepared to hear this a lot. It's good music though, so there's that. Come down here where I can fight you! Like that. Yeah, I do find it a little annoying that the only spot where the map doesn't work is where it matters. Like, you'll basically never be using it in a dungeon. But on the world map, oh goodness, it's useful. Also, because this is an old game, there's nothing that tells me, like, what button does what. So, I had to figure it all out by trial and error. Thankfully, it's not terrifically hard to figure out. A is attack, B is use an item. You can assign an item by pressing X and opening up one of the menus. Y opens the save menu and stuff. Not that I've ever gonna use it, because I'm just gonna use the ZL save menu, but, you know. Towns all have their own theme. I think they're all basically the same, though. So, yeah, Wanderers totally can block entrances and exits. And, if you bump into them, they say the same thing every time. And the text speed is really slow. And there's not really anything you can do to speed it up. So... Oh no, that's interesting. I didn't know that. The map still doesn't work inside of towns, but they're on a separate map than everything else. Hello, young man. Welcome to Topple. Howdy. 10 GP per night. Wanna stay? One really nice thing they did in this game that you won't find in most, like in the original Final Fantasy, for example, they didn't do this, and most other RPGs won't do this. The 10 GP per night doesn't change throughout the entire game. No matter what town you're in or whatever, it's always 10 GP per night. So, later in the game, you're getting loads and loads of cash, it's still 10 GP per night. So, it's very nice. And that's what I meant about bumping into NPCs. Dark Lord is looking for a girl, I heard. Do you know a girl with the secret of the Tree of Mana? The old man by the waterfalls is such a weirdo. He used to be a gallant knight, but not anymore. Again, the translation could use work. Okay, she's blocking that way, so we'll go this way. Hello, young man. Welcome to Topple. Okay, thanks. This guy in particular can be annoying because he'll block shop entrances. Including when you're coming out of them. Their placement is random. Wandering NPC placement is random entirely. So you might just have to go back in, and then come right back out. Dark Lord is so cruel! I can't stand it anymore! What's he even doing to you? So it doesn't tell you what you have equipped. So I have a broad and bronze stuff. So he sells iron helmet. That's the only thing that's useful there. I don't know why he sells a bronze broadsword, but whatever. These are potions. When it says 2, 3, 3, 4, that's how much you can use them before they run out. Pure gets rid of poison. That's what it's for. Poison does, I think, a total of 20 damage over time. It's like 1 damage every 2 seconds or something. Or 1 damage every second. It's pretty fast. Eye drops cure darkness. Darkness is not like you're blind. You can't see terrain, but you can still see all the enemies, so it's not like it really matters. Key, though, I don't know why, but every single lock in the entire realm is the exact same. But keys are one use only. Really fragile keys and universal locks. You need to buy keys because, dungeons don't give you keys. Not all the time. Tree of Mana is watching us from above the clouds. It's protecting us from evil things. The NPCs were all relatively nice this time. Now then. Level up! Our first level up. So, power, stamina, will, and wisdom. It's saying which one do you want to grow by 2. One of, depending on what you pick, for example, if I pick power, then stamina and will grow by 1, and wisdom will grow by 0. If I pick wisdom, then stamina and will grow by 1, and power will grow by 0, and and wisdom grows by 2. So if I just alternate power and wisdom, then we'll just have even level ups across the board, every other level. As for what each of these stats do, power is your attack power. Stamina is your HP and defense. It's both of them. Stamina is your HP and defense. Will is, if you see the red bar at the bottom of the screen when I leave this, it fills up faster the more will you have. And then wisdom is how much MP I have. So it's useful to get all of them. The will is probably the least useful of them. But I especially want wisdom later in the game, and power right now. So, power and stamina both. Whenever you level up, your HP and MP are fully restored, which is really, really useful. If I was better at if I was speedrunning the game, I'm sure that I would be, picking out exactly where I wanted to get each of my level ups. But I'm not speedrunning it. I'm just making a map. As for why I'm making this map, it's because you can come back to every area in the game much later on. So I want to be able to see where things are when I come back to it. Help! Help! Well, that was easy. Hasim's got a serious wound! Oh, please, take this girl to Wendell and see Bogard. He will take care of the rest. Hasim? Hasim! Hasim passed away. Oh, no. Don't leave me alone, Hasim. I'm looking for that Bogard too. Why don't you come with me? Oh? Can I? I can't leave you here alone. I am Luke. Call me Emily. And now we have a companion. The way companions work is you have this ask command. Every companion has their own thing, but it's always the same. She says, let me treat your wound. What she does is she'll heal a certain amount of your HP. I think it's like 20% yeah, I think it's like 20% or something. Or 20 period, I don't know. She gives you regen. So over the next, and she'll just randomly wander around, and she does, where she is standing matters squat. What matters is that if you ask her, then you will heal, and that's basically going to be my primary healing for this, for a little while anyway. She's not permanent, you can only have one companion at a time. Not that you get to choose. It'll just, your companion will be added and taken away throughout the story as the developers saw fit. I'm surprised I was allowed to do that. Okay, next. Go right. What special thing I do with my will, when that's charged up at the bottom, depends entirely on what buttons I'm pressing at the moment. So if I'm pressing to go forward, then I get that effect like you just saw. It'll go across the screen and then back to where I started. Doesn't matter how far it is, but it will always take the same amount of time, or it'll always move at the same rate, so, and it'll always go across the screen and then back where I started. So if I want to, and by the way, will depletes to 0 every time you swing your sword, so, there's that. So that's the value of will, is that in the future it's going to charge up way faster. Right now it's probably taking like 2 or 3 minutes to charge, or at least more than a minute anyway. By the end of the game it'll be charging in about 10 seconds or so. Depends on how much I level up again, because it's the will stat. Okay, this is really mean. If you clear a screen entirely, and this only works if you clear the screen entirely, then the enemies won't respawn for a few screen transitions. I think it's 3 to 4. So, really useful for me when I can't reach these foes, or if they're really hard foes to defeat. I can just go back to a previous screen after I initiate the screenshot. If you're wondering why it dropped pure, yeah, it poisons. Not pleasant. When foes poison, it will be based off of an RNG call. It will not always poison, but sometimes will poison on contact. Like that. So now I want to go to Pure and use it. And then I want to go to Ask. And she'll treat my wound. Some enemies, such as those on screen right now, will obey walls and stuff. Some enemies, like those flowers we saw, will not. So, it's basically up to learning how they work. I've learned how most foes in the game work. Not all of them, but most of them. Because some of the later ones I just sort of skipped. All of the foes on screen right now don't care about walls. think I'm going to just run straight stamina for now. And I'll make up for it by getting a bunch of power and wisdom later. I didn't get a screenshot. I didn't get a screenshot on the screen. Okay. Another useful part of this is that we're seeing stuff that will be going across later, and this is useful in keeping track. Plus, I mean, they went to all the trouble of crafting this entire area, right? It'd be a shame to not see it in its full glory. I'll see if I can configure OBS so that I can show off the entire map like I've done here. So that shield will automatically block attacks so long as we are not attacking ourselves. This is not the way that we're supposed to go, so let's go back. So when we're done for today, I'm going to see if I can configure OBS so that it takes MS Paint as an input, as a video input, so I can show the map to you guys. Oh yeah. Randomly, enemies will drop chests. Chests will appear wherever they fell, including if it's inside a wall. If it's inside a wall, you're out of luck. You can't get it. It's a little annoying, but that's the way it is. Excuse me. I'm looking for a man named Bogard. This is the only time that speaking to an NPC multiple times bears fruit. I don't know anything. Go away. That is the pendant of mana. My mother gave me this. This. Are you the Gemma Knight? Yes. It was when Vandal was trying to conquer the world with the power of mana. We fought against them to retrieve the peace. But, you know what, I'm gonna just wait until it's really slow, so I'm gonna just wait until it finishes for the screen. We were losing. The power of mana was too strong. But there was a lady who assured our victory. That lady had that pendant on her chest. Seems like this girl is the key for this time. Take the mattock in the next room. Go to the cave on the east side of the mountains. Use mattock to break the rocks in the cave. See Sibba in the town called Wendell. He knows more. So he acts like this is a key item. It's a normal item. We will be getting a whole lot of them. It doesn't go all the way across the screen. It goes until I hit a solid object. More screenshots. Oh, that's actually interesting. On the world map, this cave entrance is directly above the cave exit. I don't want to use that unnecessarily, so... See, now we have a map, because we're not on the world map. And there's a level up. Okay. More stamina. there's the exit. Come over here where I can fight you. At least do it before I decide to give up and take the screenshot. And then you attack me while I'm doing the screenshot. Okay, fine, we'll take the screenshot. This guy sells a few important items. Namely, one and only battle axe for 150 GP. Want it? Yes. It's very important. How about some items? I mean, we're gonna get another key. See? He sells Maddox. But it's swampy ahead. Be careful. Some enemies have the elite skill of vanishing. While they are vanished, you cannot hit them, you cannot see them, but you cannot get hurt by them either, so just keep track of what direction they're going, because they're not going to change direction or speed either. And it's generally speaking, enemies will disappear and reappear when they're trying to go around an obstacle. This was not, but not the case for that enemy in particular. Trying to go to spots that are not presently on my world map. We cannot do anything about those mod monsters at the moment, so I'm going to hope he doesn't bother me while I take the screenshot. Looks like he was going to. get rid of a chest, you must open it first, and then you can hit it with your sword. If it is not open, it's stuck there blocking your path. So, important to note, if there is a maximum inventory space, I think it's 10 items, 10 or 12, something like that. If you are full on items, you must get rid of one in order to open the chest. And, if that chest is blocking your path and you like all your items, too bad. Let's get out of here. Come on. There we yes. The geometry across the bottom of the screen will allow you to walk into corners. And you'll just kind of get stuck there. It's not like it's a permanent stuck, but it will, you can't walk up from into a solid piece of geometry. Interesting thing to note, the hitbox of all monsters is exactly what is exactly a square, but the the hitbox and hurtbox of all monsters is exactly a square, but the hitbox of your weapon is exactly what it looks like. If your weapon does not overlap with the monster at all, it's not going to do any damage. Welcome to Cats. Rooms ahead are occupied. Please feel free to use the western room. You can't get past this door. It's for Mr. Lee. Lizardman's Nest is to the south. They have the key to open the Cave of Marsh. Mystic Mirror reveals people's true colors. I heard that the man here threw it away in a cave. The Cave of Marsh. Luke? What? I think you should be able to use Cure Magic. Yeah. It should help. Read this. Received the Magic Book of Cure. Learned Cure. Good night. Good night. Ah! New victim! Emily is missing! We can't do anything about that for the moment. So, time to go. Now I want to get some MP. So. That's what I'll be doing on my level ups. Let's get some wisdom. Found here. Cure magic takes 2 MP, so it's very important that I level up my wisdom now. So the lizard men were not here before, but now they are. Whatever. I'm here. Cure potion does not do the same as the cure magic. It does less. Cure magic is viable through the entire game. Cure potions are not. Found bronze key. Let's move all the way across the screen for those guys before taking the screenshot. So yeah, even though we'd been to the lizardman's nest before Emily was kidnapped, we still couldn't get the bronze key because the lizardmen weren't there. So we couldn't enter the Cave of Marsh because you need the bronze key to enter the Cave of Marsh. Locked. Yeah, you have to actually equip the bronze key. So here's this guy. Your friend is missing? Many girls have disappeared in that place. It must be kept in the caskets at the basement. Looking for the mirror? Do you want me to help? Yes. You need to take this guy. You don't literally need him in order to finish, but if you don't take him along, you cannot damage certain enemies. Because he does, so like those, yeah, he does fire magic. I'm not going to be keeping screenshots anymore because we do have a functioning map now. Oh no. So, this was the last time I saved. This is another nice thing about having this map here. I thought I had learned my lesson. So yeah, we're doing the whole thing over again. This is the value of saving. See what I mean? You can be damaged by that explosion. So yeah, we're redoing all of this. At least I still have the image, so I don't have to redo that. I'm gonna just do the power and wisdom alternating thing. Because it works fine. So I'm spamming left and right in order to advance the text a little faster. Because directional buttons also advance text. Looking at my map, where am I? Okay. You can hit, because, like I said, the weapon is exactly as large as it looks. You can actually hit things across the water. Now we have to sit through all this text again. Yay. Go to the cave on the east side of the mountains. Finally. Okay. Thankfully that is the largest info dump in the entire game. You get gold when you defeat an enemy automatically. You don't have to go and pick up anything, thankfully. So, the thing to note is that I need to have that 150 by the time I get to the axe, because I need the axe in order to finish the game. But that's all I need is the 150. It's the only time that you are mandated to buy stuff. But oh, I didn't even buy any of the I'm gonna have to buy some keys at some point. So. I gotta say, for the system that this was on, I think it was on the GBA, it's really good music. Which is good, because we'll be listening to it for a long time. Or not GBA, the original Game Boy. I think this was on the original Game Boy. Yeah. It's a good thing, it's a good music, because we're gonna be listening to it a lot. This track does not change throughout the entire game. So. Swampy ahead. Be careful. My first time through the game, I did not know the value of ask. She perfectly balances out the poison, so, yeah. It took me a very long time to figure out what Ask did. And Ask is very, very good. So, especially especially at this point in the game where it's kind of hard to get healing. Because you don't have that cure magic. The only problem is that we have to sit through that text box every time I use it. Another nice thing about this game is that speaking to NPCs is largely not mandatory in the slightest. So this time, we're going to save here. Hopefully we, now we're a little under-leveled compared to last time because I didn't go to all those screens, but hopefully we'll still do alright. The nice thing about Poison is that it's not like it's perpetual or anything, it lasts for a set number of frames. Now that I have magic, from now on I will level up Wisdom first and then Strength. Yes, I want your help. Okay. If you ask him, he says, some walls may be broken with Star or Matic. You get a Morning Star much later in the game. But it basically acts like a Matic, and it lasts, and Matics can be used 7 times. Morning Star can be used infinitely. And it has a decent attack power too. So, once I get Star, I'm just going to get rid of all of my Matics. Those walls sound different when you hit them. Yeah, that's very important to note. Thankfully, another nice thing about those walls sound different when you hit them, they also, generally, not every time, but generally, there will be a hint as to the layout of the room that tells you that, oh, there's probably something there. And in addition to that, it's always exactly in the center of the wall. Dungeon room transitions are always either via stairs in the corner or via holes in the wall that are exactly in the center of the screen. So, if you can't access a wall exactly in the center of the screen, there's no way that it's going to be something that you have to break open. Now I know I didn't hit everything on my first time through this game, so I'm gonna go ahead and that thing does a lot of damage. Then I die. Nice. And that's why I saved. Okay, I died a second time there, so now I'm going to save in the dungeon. Instead of at the last checkpoint before the dungeon. Or save point. Alright, yeah. Now I'm gonna save in the dungeon instead of at the last time I was fully healed before the dungeon. But having lots of MP is extremely important at this point, so I'll be leveling MP first. So every time I fully heal, I'm going to save up, I think, is the way I'm going to do it. Fully healed, that's not a level up. Yes, I want your help. Okay. Ow. Can I survive this room this time? I don't know. It would be amazing if I did. Oh, it's dead! It's dead! I wanted to get the candies out of my inventory first. Okay, so this is actually an overworld location, but I have no way to connect it to anything, and this will only be visible in the dungeon, so I'm not going to map it. And then I died. Okay. Oh. It says controller configuration, but literally all it is picking out what do you want to use. Okay. What controller you want to use. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's keep going. Obviously, I'll be getting more resilient as we go along, so this will only be the case at the start of the game, and not for the rest of the game. Candy heals 8. It always heals exactly 8. Nice. It's important that I go to the north first and not to the south, so that's why I'm always going that way. Oh, hey, a medic! Awesome. Because we will be going south later, but it's important to go to the north first. Okay, so each floor of the dungeon is apparently a separate map. That's nice to know. Remember what I said about it's patently obvious? Yeah, so that's also what it sounds like. Normally when you hit it, it's not going to make any sound at all, but if you can destroy it, you get that sound. Now we get our first new weapon, the sickle. Most weapons, each weapon type that has it'll have its own emblem. Will have its own special characteristics. To my knowledge, there are 5 or 6 such symbols. So there's axes, there's the sickle, there are swords. We already saw there's going to be a morning star later. There's also, these will each have their own attack power, so the broadsword is 10, I could have been using the battle axe, it's 14, and the sickle is 15. Now that's in addition to your base attack power. So my base attack power may well be 10. There we go. Whenever you leave the stairs, there will be no foes in the room. I have no idea why. It might be something to do with loading or whatever, but that's not to say that foes won't spawn in the room. There just won't be any foes. And then I died. Okay. Axes move slower. Instead of going all the way across the screen, their special thing when your will is charged up is you throw it. It's not to say that you don't have one anymore. That's what the animation is. Also, axes cut down trees. That's their special thing, and that's why I need it in order to finish the game. Sickles cut down plants. So I also need the sickle in order to finish the game. I just mashed the B button after getting out of the menu in order to not die there. Can't climb those vines either, so. so now we can cut down these plants. There's not anything under them, but that's what we can do with this. As for those things, we have to let him do his thing. There's no way to take them out otherwise, except swing a Matic at them, which is not the greatest use of the Matics. Skeletons. They drop keys. Well, when they drop stuff. No, even swinging Matics at them doesn't help. Okay. Yeah, so locked. And if you came in here with no keys, notice I haven't picked up any keys. This is why I bought keys. Oh, right, I remember what that's for. So some buttons are special. So what this is... Heal room! That's all it does. No, quick save. Like I said, I would save every time I'm fully healed, and that's one such place. Right, I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything, so... There's the key. And that's a Matic too. So, yeah. Those things are very useful, and they will spawn in every single dungeon from here on out because they drop keys and Matics. Got an iron shield. Kind of blocking my way. Quite the map. Any room that has stairs will not have any breakable walls. still gonna test them all, but, you know. Let's see, like, we can't access the center of that upper and lower wall, so it obviously won't break. Oh. So I know this setup. Whenever there's a room that you come into like this, that means you're always right before a boss fight. Now, this guy really helps out with this boss fight. It's actually really nice how much he helps out. Standing in front of that dragon is a very bad idea, so that's why I just sort of stand out here and wait for it to come to me. Boss fights are going to be very long because I take the safe strategy, which is not very fast, but it's also very unlikely that I'm going to die. Well, in comparison. I'm not saying that I'm not going to die. But, I am saying that if I try and do it fast, my chance of dying goes from, like, you know, 25% to, like, 90%, so, yeah. That's why I do it slow. What? No, no! Oh. And I have to start it over again, because I don't know why, but I went left off the screen. Yay. I was not trying to go left off the screen. I have no idea what happened. Now, having a better shield does not actually make me any less likely to be hit by an attack. All shields are created equal as far as shielding goes, but they're but having a better shield improves my defense score. So. And given the time, basically, once I finish this boss, I'm going to save and turn off. Like that. Yeah, throwing the axe is really effective. Found the magic book of fire. Learned fire. Now we don't require this guy to do everything for us. Found the mirror. Show it to the guy at Ket's. He'll scream and show his true colors. Bye. So now we have fire magic, which if I had any magic at all, would take care of those guys. I don't have any magic at all, though. But fire magic is required in order to take care of a decent number of foes. Also, our fire magic is way better than the man's fire magic. It'll home in on enemies and everything. But I can't use it if I don't have any MP, so. It also only takes 1 MP versus Cure takes 2. NPCs do not say anything new until you actually have stuff to do. Until you actually have, like, an item to show them or whatever. So, there's no use doing that. Anyway, that'll be all for now. That'll be all for today. I'll go back to, Crypt of the Necrodancer eventually, but, I was getting rather bored of it and frustrated, so for now, we'll be so for next time, we'll be doing more Final Fantasy Adventure. Thanks for watching. Quick save. And now I'm gonna see. But before we leave, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to get OBS to show you this the map that I made. So yeah, this is our map. That's what we've seen so far of the world map. Which is a decent chunk. I don't know how large the world map is overall, because I've never tried mapping it. But we've seen a decent chunk of the world map. So, anyway, that's all for today. When we come back, we'll do, for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll be doing Final Fantasy Adventure. Thanks for watching. See you next time.